ASEAN Connect วันนี้นะคะเราจะต่อสายตรงไปพูดคุยกับนักข่าวจากนครย่างกุ้งของประเทศเมียนมาคุณเดวิดตูนตอนนี้อยู่ในสายกับเราแล้วค่ะ You have a story about organic farming for us today. Tell us more about it.
Well, I got to know actually I knew the owners of this organic farm that I'm going to present to you. It's called Shui Dao Nyoji. The literal translation is like a golden brown mountain, big mountain, or a hill, something like that, right? So they have achieved quite a fair bit of success, I would say, because while the idea of an organic farm isn't a very brand new idea, I would say that Shui Dao Nyoji managed to strike out from the usual, just being confined in the local boundaries. So they have received several awards from the UN and from ASEAN and all that. So yeah, they've done pretty well for themselves.
What make them different from others?
First started out in 2018 with organic, fresh organic, the eggs which are from, totally GMO-free and free range and all that from the chicken. So when they market the stuff, it was also it was an era where it was a coincidence of there is a food scare kind of when they started to market it, and initially they marketed to the people that could afford to pay more for the eggs, right? So they marketed to essentially to the expatriates and to the higher middle class, and then later on they realized that, well, it's not only they want everybody to enjoy healthy food. So they started doing as much as they can to lower the prices and getting in touch with organizations that will help them fund and, or lower the prices in a myriad ways so that all of the consumers can enjoy, and as well as benefiting other farms, I would say.
Right, but then I saw on that Facebook, the link that you sent to us, they have some kind of live selling the vegetable as well. Is that something, I mean, it's quite popular in Thailand. All these vendors like to sell things live. Is it also popular in Myanmar?
I would say that in Myanmar it's also very popular to do a live sale like that. So, of course, like going with a trend to carry out live sales is also a good marketing strategy. They also do have other range of produce, but what started happening is that other farms around their farm, they started to recognize that, this Shui Dao Nyoji farm has a lot of access and exposure, much more so than them. So they came to them to help out. So they will supply them with the produce, and then the Shui Dao Nyoji, before doing the live sale, they will check to make sure that everything was up to standard. Okay, and then they will help sell. So
it sounds like they start off as selling their own products, but now it sounds more like something for community.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So they have went on to partner with a software company called it's called AgriTrader.Asia. They're the joint venture between the two companies. So what they're supposed to be doing is that they have their own software system using a blockchain system. The business model is that there is a lot of waste, especially during the COVID area, where farmers in our country, in Myanmar, rely a lot on export to other countries like Thailand or China, right? Mm-hmm. So when the borders closed due to the COVID-19 situation, there was a huge let's just say a huge waste of like fruits, vegetables, all that, right? So they saw those things, and then people started coming to them for assistance. So they figured out that, okay, to reduce as much waste as possible, and of course to help out the local farmers, as well as kind of change the trend of just grow something and export to another foreign country. And then that is the only way to make money. So kind of to make the whole system better, benefiting for and more inclusive for local community is what they are trying to do. Yeah, they started out, I would say, a relatively medium-sized or to smaller-sized farm in the Irrawaddy region, which is the you could say that the main farming region of Myanmar, almost all of the area region is a lot of them are farmlands, right? So they have now expanded into other states. So predominantly the Shan State and the Mandalay region.
Well, very interesting story. I mean, and it's going to be some very interesting platform as well for selling all these organic produce. Thank you very much for the story today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you และนั่นก็คือเรื่องราวที่น่าสนใจนะคะตรงมาจากเมียนมาโดยคุณเดวิดตุนค่ะและนั่นก็คือทั้งหมดในอาเซียนคอนเนควันนี้ค่ะ